Hello, welcome to our presentation about PopOS and Manjaro. My name is Stephanie, and my friend William Jonathan, will explain the installation process. So I'll start with the PopOS installation. Hello, I want to show you how to install PopOS, and I'm using Mac right now, but I don't think there's a big difference between OSs. If you want to download a specific Linux using a VirtualBox, so you can go to this website to get the ISO or image file. So you can simply just click download, and they will actually show you the recommended settings. For example, like 4 gigabits of RAM, 16 gigabits of storage, and then the processor, and then blah 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 blah. So let's go to VirtualBox, and then we want to make a new virtual machine. So here, let's say PopOS, and then you want to pick the ISO image, and then you can just click the PopOS, and then they will automatically fill it for you. Go next, and then you can use it. You can go and use these settings, but me and my partner already set up some like sets, so I'm gonna continue with that. I have 5,000 megabytes, and you have 3 CPUs, and for the disk file we set it to 15 because we're just testing things out, so we don't really need a big storage for this. But if you want to use this for your work, I suggest to make it larger, and then just check all of these things and finish. Before that, I want to make sure that you check this enable AFI. Okay, so I saved it, and then you can just start. So now we already have PopOS running, and okay. So okay, now you have this window open. When you first open PopOS, after you install the ISO image and create the new virtual machine, and then you want to pick whatever language you're comfortable with, and then yep, and the keyboard, yeah. Then you want to, since it's a virtual machine, you don't actually have to partition your disk, so it is okay to have clean install because it will only clean the disk that you already allocate. So we can clean all the disks that we already assigned it to. Go ahead and install. You can ignore that. You can click on the disk, erase and install. So for example, Stephanie, or I don't know, test pop. Okay, so we just have to wait for this. So now we can restart the device. Okay, so you want to enter the password you already entered earlier. So I have my password right here. And now you can access PopOS with the user that you already made earlier. So I named my user testpop, and enter the same password. And that's how you install PopOS. And these are actually just extra stuff for the UI. Okay, so I guess dock, because I know it looks more, it's cleaner that way, so I can see the whole edge. And this is just to disable the ones there. You can actually still access the workspaces from this, and then this is application, so if you feel like you don't need them, you can just remove them, and you can set it to the right and to the left. I will prefer to the right because I'm used to and yeah, you just leave it right there. Next is some tips. You can choose between the light and also the dark mode, just dark mode, and then for this purpose I will not open my location, and you can pick your time zone. So in Jakarta, next, and you can connect all your online accounts, but since it's for testing I will not to do that. And then that's it. That is how you install PopOS.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you the installation of Manjaro. So I have made a video for it. First thing that you do, you search through Google Manjaro download for Windows, and you click on this link manjaro.org, and then you choose this one x68 over 64, and then I choose this one Plasma Desktop. So click download here and choose the image one. After you choose this image one, it will directly download the ISO file here. You open your VM manager, and for this I use Oracle, and you click new here. After that you name it Manjaro, and you choose the Arc Linux 64. Yeah, this one, and yeah, it should be Linux. And for this, I use 5003 CPUs, same with my groupmate Stephanie. And as for the virtual hard disk, we use about 15 GBs. And don't forget to to click this. Then click next, and this is it. Yep, it's creating the medium. Okay, so the medium has been created here, and the Manjaro is already here. And what you need to do is you click on the setting, and okay, and you max this out to 128, and click the storage and click the IDE here, and put the ISO file that you already downloaded before, which is, sorry, wait a moment, the Manjaro Linux, and yep, put it here, and it's already here, and click OK. And you can directly start your machine. It will take a while powering the VM up. Okay, you can directly close this, and the Manjaro is already installed and it's already working. And if you wanna do a full screen, just click full screen mode and switch. Yep, and it's already full screen. So I think that is all. Okay, after the installation, now we want to talk about the UI UX. So now I will show you the GUI or the UI of Manjaro. So let me share my screen. Okay, as you guys see, this how Manjaro looks like. So you have like more like a foresty vibe, and then you can find like the file manager here. You can have the console or terminal. You can also browse the internet with Firefox. It's pre-downloaded, and also you want to add or remove software with this application. If you want to see other application, you can also click this as an application launcher, and you can find like different kinds of application inside of Manjaro that are already pre-installed. Okay, but the GUI that I'm using right now is KDE Plasma, but actually Manjaro have different kinds of uh, GUI. So I will share the official site of Manjaro before you download them. You guys actually have like a broad uh, selection of Manjaro. So you have Plasma, this is what I downloaded, and then you have XFCE, you have Genome, and then you also have things that the community made. So yeah, there are no like big difference between HGUI or UI UX. It's just how they look and how easy it is to navigate through applications, and also how we as a user are more comfortable with. So next, my partner Joe will explain about PopOS. Okay, so now I'm going to explain about PopOS. So first, let me show you my screen. Okay, so wait a moment. So I have started the PopOS running, and this is the taskbar. The Firefox is pre-installed too, and you can click on Files, Terminal, Pop Shop and settings here. To view all the files here, you can click on Show Application, and it will show you all the files here. And if you want to go to the terminal, you can also click directly on it. From what you can see, Manjaro has multiple designs while PopOS only has one. So this is one of the difference between PopOS and Manjaro. And next we are going to talk about the ease of use of Manjaro and PopOS.
Okay. So in Manjaro, you have Pacman to download or install other packages, but Pacman is only available in the terminal. However, you can install TQ Pacman to make the Pacman have a GUI as if it's an application, and then it's easier to see the application, also the details, and also have like little buttons for you to click and also install the application. And then we'll just explain about PopOS.
Okay, meanwhile in PopOS, you have a pre-installed PopOS Pop Shop. It is called Pop Shop. It is basically like Google Play Store or App Store, so you can directly download apps here and like for example this Spotify. You can directly install it and it can be installed easily and you don't need any command line or stuff. So PopOS is obviously more easy to be used. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay, so now we want to talk about the key features between PopOS and also Manjaro. For Manjaro, Manjaro has a rolling release, which means you can even download or install applications that are still in beta mode or even unreleased. So if you really like to be updated in some of the apps, Manjaro is the one for you. And also Manjaro has been around us a long time. That's why it's more stable than PopOS. And also it's also customizable. You can change the fonts, the icons of the applications, and it's very good for users that want to have a system that also tailored towards them. It's not you can tailor it, you can change everything from the base. And also Manjaro is Arch based. That means that they have an AUR or Arch user repository. So even though you can start from scratch from downloading every or any packages, you can also use other people repository from the Arch community to make it easier for you to download those packages. So overall, Manjaro is user friendly for those who are already somewhat professional or intermediate and have experience in Linux, but it's based on you again. So I will give to William Jonathan to explain about POP.
okay, so I'm going to explain about the key features of PopOS. So let me mention five main key features of PopOS, which are the user-friendly, customization, performance, gaming, and compatibility. For the user-friendly, PopOS is very user-friendly, making it a good choice for user that they are new to Linux. For example, the app is PopShop. And for the customization, it also allows, like Manjaro, it allows the user to change the fonts and icons. As for the performance, PopOS can deliver a fast and responsive performance even on an older or less powerful hardware. So this makes a good choice for people who wants to have a system that is fast and efficient. And as for gaming, it includes a number of gaming specific features like a built-in support for Steam and a custom graphic drivers that is optimized for gaming. As for compatibility, it is based on Ubuntu, which means it is compatible with a wide range of software and hardware. This makes a good choice for user who needs compatibility for a specific software or hardware. So overall, Pop OS is a very well designed and user friendly Linux distribution that offers a high degree of customization, excellent performance, and good compatibility. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the purpose of the OS. So let me start first with the Pop OS. So you want to use PopOS when you are new to Linux and you want a user-friendly and easy to use distribution. The second point is you prioritize gaming performance as like I mentioned before, PopOS includes some built-in gaming specific features. And the third one is you want a stable and reliable distribution that is based on Ubuntu. And the fourth one is you prefer the GNOME desktop environment as it is the default of PopOS. Okay, so for the Manjaro, it will be explained by my friend Stephanie.
Okay, from the Manjaro side, Manjaro there are four when to use Manjaro. So first, if you want a very stable OS, and also you are very updated with all these apps that not even updated yet or even not released yet, you have rolling release. So if you want to have a stable but also able to use unreleased applications, Manjaro is the one for you. And also, if you want to customize your Manjaro, for example, if you want to use it for like like smaller machines, not like laptops, you can absolutely use Manjaro because very customizable from zero and it's very flexible. And also, if you want a very easy access into user created packages, you can also use Manjaro because they are AUR or Arch User Repository. They have AUR or Arch User Repository. And also, there are different types of desktop environment for Manjaro. You have GNOME, and you have KDE Plasma, and you also have XFCE. So that those are the reason why you want to use Manjaro. Next, we will talk about the similarities between PopOS and also Manjaro. Okay, so even though there are some differences between PopOS and Manjaro, there are also some similarities between PopOS and Manjaro. There are four things that they're similar with. Both are very user friendly because they're very easy to use. For example, PopOS you have the Pop Shop, and Manjaro you can even have the DK Pacman. So it's really easy to install and manage packages or even files. And also, it's very customizable for PopOS and Manjaro because they're very uh, simple and it's very flexible for everyone, and also they're very compatible to a wide range of software, and they're also community driven. As I said, PopOS and Manjaro, they have their own communities to install packages. For example, Manjaro have AWAR, and then it's very great for any development. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the OS stuff, which are the DXDX, Task Manager, and also this partitioning in our Linux distros with PopOS and Manjaro. William Jonathan will start with those things in PopOS.
Okay, so first let me start and let me show you how to call DXDEC in your PopOS. So DXDEC in PopOS is called using terminal, and you can directly write ls cpu, and it will show what DXDEC show, like the CPU, the byte order, and the model name, and everything is there. And as for the task manager in PopOS, you can go to the application and search for system monitor. So here's the system monitor here. Let me show you an example. If I open Chrome here, it will Firefox. I mean, yep, Firefox. It runs here, so it is basically the same as Task Manager. As for the disk partitioning, so by default, it will create a single partition when you install PopOS for the root file system and another partition for swap space. However, user can choose to create additional partition for other purposes, such as separate partition for the home directory or for data storage. Uh, PopOS also includes a feature called full disk encryption, which allows the entire disk to be encrypted, including root partition, swap space, and any other additional partitions. So my friend is going to talk about the Manjaro, DexDX, Task Manager, and Partition. Okay, so Steph, start.
Okay, okay, I'll share my screen. Hold on. Okay, so same with PopOS for Manjaro. For DXDX, you can also do LSCPU. Okay, so I'll show it here. Okay, so you can see the number of CPUs. You can also see the architecture of your OS and also all the details such as model name and also the sockets and all the details. So that is how you look at the XDX on Manjaro and also Pop OS. They are the same. However, for the task manager and also disk partition, so here you can go to the system from the application and you can also go to Gpart for the partition disk. So let's try to open it here. Okay, so now you can see that disk Manjaro only have 15 gigabytes of uh, memory or storage, and then you can partition it if you want to create more stuff. And then for the task manager, it's also under system. You have case system guard. So here, let's wait to load. You can see like task manager and then You can test things and you can see which use the highest CPU and then all the details. Same with Task Manager from Windows. Not only that, Manjaro also has like a process monitor. So here we call it HTOP. It will actually run in like a terminal. It's a bit hard to read, but it's kind of like the same thing. And you can sort them by the highest and the lowest. So just to see like the process during running the Manjaro. So those are the details and also how to get the OS details for Manjaro. Next, we will talk about our conclusion and also which OS we think is the best.
To conclude or to summarize, PopOS is a user-friendly Linux distribution that is optimized for performance and offers good compatibility, while Manjaro is a stable and up-to-date Linux distribution that is based on Arch Linux and is known for its user-friendliness and accessibility. Your choice between the two will depend on your specific needs and preference. If you prioritize the ease of use and gaming performance, PopOS might be the better choice, while if you prefer a stable and up-to-date environment, Manjaro may be the better choice. And like I mentioned before, Manjaro supports the you to use the pre uh, pre-release version of an application. Yeah, so that is the summary. And as a group, we are going to choose presence or staff.
We're gonna use so there are two options. We think that PopOS is better for gaming experience, and also they have like gaming specific features. As William already explained earlier, it has a built-in support for Steam and also have custom graphic drivers, and it's very good for people who like games. And then, however, Manjaro is better for those who want to be in a technical side because since PopOS use a lot of GUIs, it will be much heavier for the CPU and for the RAM. However, for Manjaro, since it only uses terminal, mostly use terminal, it will be lighter and so faster for technical, for example, like smaller machines if you want to develop with like Raspberry Pi or even other smaller machines. Yeah. So that will conclude our presentation and our chit chat for PopOS and also Manjaro. I'm Stephanie and thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.